Uyazing beti mali Sazo figa gada Baby unga hambi.
Welcome one, welcome all. Welcome none, welcome no. I don't know. I was trying to come up with some smart rhyme, but it didn't work. Just like United's tactics. But welcome to another episode of Nothing But Football. Show where we talk about football and nothing else. Maybe sometimes we talk about hairstyles. We talk about money stuff. I don't know.
Beauty tips,
we always say. Sometimes it doesn't happen.
Beauty tips: stop supporting United. It causes skin breakouts.
See, the shots came early. Yeah, guys, we do this weekly, so don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Catch up with us there. And yeah, give us a subscribe.
Away.
They say that subscribe button and hit that notification bell.
Yeah.
So
might
please,
as well share.
Please do that. And, check out our other platforms. We're on Anchor. We're on Spotify. And obviously the normal tube. The normal YouTube. So, yeah. But it's been an interesting week of football. But before I get to that, let me introduce my co-hosts. On my closest right, I've got Uncle Logosa, Kingdom. How are you, brother?
I've been better.
Some tiramisu
Hey?
Get some cake.
Nah, I'm not even sure, dog. I've just been better, right?
No, man. That's good. I'm glad to see you're okay, dog. But yeah, then to my further right, I've got my brother, Uncle Curtis. How you doing, though?
Dog, it's all good, man.
Yeah.
We began the Friday on a good note. We ended it on a high note. A United and Spurs lost is always welcome in these neck of the woods.
I won't lie. But when I found out we were playing on Friday, I was a little bit upset because I was like, so we play on Monday and we play on Friday. They're trying to screw us over. But I liked it.
We won the game, so it doesn't matter.
Is it Steve Compello? Who's that guy that says football can give you a real death? A real death.
I think
I understood his words. So.
Yes, it was some coach from Baroka. After they interviewed him, and he just you could see he
Can
just
kill you. It can cause a real death.
he saw life. You know what? There's fixtures. There's a lot of fixtures. There's a lot of stuff that happened this week.
So this week in
I
our
could
classical,
You know what? I'll give you that. We'll start. You know what? We'll start with El Clasico. But since I gave you a request, I'd like a request of my own, if you don't mind. So we'll start with El Clasico. No. Don't worry, dog. Yes, we don't normally talk about other teams, from other leagues, but obviously there's those defining games like the El Clasico. And yeah, let's get to that. So I think this game was at the Camp Nou. Now, I was saying it like meow, Camp Nou. So Camp Nou, and that result went to Real Madrid. It was a 2-1 result. Goals from David Alaba and Lucas Vasquez in the last minute. And then obviously Sergio Aguero, I think this might have been his first start. He's back now. No, not start. Obviously, he came off the bench.
Yeah.
That injury has miraculously healed. So he scored in basically the last minute of the game. It was 97th minute. Let's start with you, Kingdom. How do you feel about that? Okay, it's not really saying much. I'm not going to say, what does this say about the league? Because this doesn't matter. This is just purely a game of pride. What does this say? In terms of El Clasico, the shift.
In terms of our Clasico, I think it shows you that currently Madrid is a better team than Barca. Currently, right? Not by the biggest margins. I think they've got the best player in the league, Benzema. Big difference maker, and they've still got that tried and trusted midfield, Casemiro, Kroos, Modric, who still came to the party. Yeah, they played well. I mean, they defended well. They countered brilliantly. They were the better team. Barca is caught in like a few different things, right? It's like young team, but crap team, but good team. Like,
It is very weird.
I think right now, I think it's the manager at Barca. Like, when you look at the youngsters, Pedri, they work that man like a horse. Even for Spain.
yeah.
You've been telling me that Gavi kid is good. I
Yeah.
see Fatu is good. Like, whenever you hear about Barca young players, they all like rated very highly.
Yeah.
They signed Aguero, that's a decent signing. They signed Depay, another good signing, decent signing.
Yeah.
Man, what does Koeman do? He goes and signs Luke de Jong.
Sure.
Luke-
As if
Luke-
Braithwaite wasn't enough.
Like, Luke,
Is he still there?
Braithwaite.
you think he's going when he's
Oh.
earning like £75,000 a week over there? That man's not leaving that club.
Yeah, I'd be surprised. I don't remember seeing.
But you get what I'm saying? Like, what's Luke de Jong? Like,
Yeah, he transferred from Sevilla's bench.
you lose Messi, replace him with Luke de Jong. Like, I have nothing against the player, but like, hey, let's stop doing our friends favors. here, man.
Labels.
Hey, okay, yeah. So Barca transitioning, and I don't think they'll change up until they change manager again. And I don't think they can afford to change manager because of all their financial difficulties. Because no other manager is gonna walk in there right now and say, "Yeah, I'll do it with no transfer budget." I only know one manager that can do that, and he's retired.
Ollie. I'm joking.
No, yeah. So basically, my thoughts on this game, I did brush on the screen, see what's going on. There wasn't much excitement, what they were touting it as Ansu Fati versus Benzema. That's a real downgrade in terms of El Clasico. I mean, El Clasico for years has been superstar versus superstar.
Yeah.
It's not really a superstar versus superstar. Benzema is arguably the best striker in the world right now, but he's just, I don't know, for me, he just doesn't do it. Yeah, I don't know. I don't like him.
So,
Maybe
you
because
said he's arguably best striker in the world, so not the best striker in the world to you. What do you mean he doesn't do it?
No, I don't know what it is. He just, he's not my type of play. I like the way he plays, but I don't like him.
You know why? He's out here blackmailing France.
Yes.
And he's about to serve jail time. Put that thug in jail.
So yeah, obviously you've heard us talk about this before. If you an avid watcher of the channel, Benzema's currently going. He's got a case of blackmail and bribery against a former French player, Mathieu Valbuena, and I think the judge of that case ruled that he'd like to conclude the case ASAP before anything happens.
You're telling me that case is still on?
Yeah.
Because that incident's up of like 5 years ago or some shit.
Years ago.
John
Right.
just wants to do that case was
So there's never been a judgment since. Hectic.
So now
Man, he's nice, dog.
so the judge is saying that he wants
he
to
must busy paying off judges here.
so he wants to wrap the case up and I don't. Yeah, allegedly. Obviously, we're not in the room. It's we get it from our little gossips, but yeah, allegedly the judge who's ruling over this case wants to wrap the case up. So we'll see what happens. But besides that, going back to my point, yes, Benzema is arguably one of the best strikers in the world. Okay, maybe Lewandowski is better than him, but on form wise, we'll give it to Benzema. But still, he's not a superstar, if you get what I mean.
Yeah, he's not classic now. Yeah.
Guys,
Yeah, I get what you mean. I disagree, but I get what you mean.
They should have pushed Vinicius. For me, has been impressive.
They should have pushed him. What do you mean?
No, I'm saying he should be the new face, in my opinion.
Oh no. He's been impressive because his level was low.
Yeah, okay.
Benzema has been a Champions League winning guy and then still stepped out.
No, I think for me, it's that thing. Benzema works well with the partner. If you get what I
Benzema's
mean.
working now well without or being the
Well,
main man,
he's
right?
he's currently with Vinicius.
There wasn't Benzema the guy saying this guy doesn't give us. He's playing against us.
Yes, but he's turning around. The thing is, this guy can dribble you. He's a Jivinho. I know we use him a lot. He can dribble you all the way to the post and still miss.
Yeah.
Yeah, but let's leave that, man. Bar that from a game, the David Alaba goal was amazing.
Sure.
That was amazing. I mean, both the goals from Madrid came from, in inverted commas, the back line, because Vasquez is not, traditional.
Yeah, he's a right back now.
He's a right back now, but because Madrid have no one else. Yeah. But yeah, good for him. I think in that, for his goal, he'd already moved up. But yeah, it wasn't...
I think we're wasting too much time.
Yeah, it wasn't an exciting game. It wasn't, man.
Anyway, I was talking about halftime. So in the second half.
Yes. So yeah, but other than that, yeah, I mean, La Liga's really done a number on themselves, eh?
Yeah, man.
One of the most exciting fixtures in the world is now.
They shouldn't have advertised it like that for years. Messi versus Ronaldo.
Yeah.
And that's the downfall, because as soon as you lose those two players, unless you get the two world's best players in those respective clubs again, it's always going to be a downgrade.
Yeah.
Because before Messi and Ronaldo, when you think about the El Clasico, can you name specific players in each club?
Definitely. It's Real Madrid and Barca.
No, I'm not against each other, head to head, individually.
Yeah.
Before Messi and Ronaldo was who versus who?
Who? Okay. Brazilian Ronaldo. Who's starring in Barca at that time?
Brazilian Ronaldo. That was Bofigo.
Yeah, that's all.
That was
team.
David Beckham.
The rivalry was more intense, but it wasn't a head-to-head player. Like before that, it was Figo going to Madrid.
Oh, you're saying one star. Oh, okay, yeah.
Like
Sure.
not head to. I'm not saying the rivalry wasn't there, but I'm saying.
I thought you were saying like the players weren't good though.
No, they were good, but the fact that it went to 1 star versus 1 star, and it happened to be the two world's best players for a prolonged period of time. As soon as you don't have the two world's best players anymore, it brings it down a little.
Oh, okay.
Because there was busy showing. Like,
I think it'll bring it down for a short period, but it'll bounce back quickly.
I remember there was a clip that they were showing, and it was like 2 different El Clasico matches. Messi 2 goals, Ronaldo 2 goals. End of game 2-2. It's not going to happen anymore. But yeah, that's too much time. I want to get to the banter.
Yeah. Right. Obviously, we had to honor our agreement that we had that we talk about a game. But we're not going to start things the conventional way.
Who did Morocco Swallows play this weekend?
We're not going to start things the conventional way. I think we'll start... I won't say this was the match of the weekend, but I think this was, even though we expected them to lose, this was the shock of the weekend. So let's start with the Sunday fixture. It was between Manchester United versus Liverpool. This was at Old Trafford. This didn't go quite according to plan. Liverpool won that 5-0. Goals from Naby Keita, Diogo Jota, and Mohamed Salah did the rest. Obviously, the red card from Paul Pogba in the 60th minute. So that was a very interesting game. I think I might have thought that Man United would win this game because I thought Ole, being the survivor that he is, being the cornered cat, being that cornered cat, that he'd come out swinging. But I was mistaken, sadly mistaken. Well, not sadly for me. It wasn't sad. But let me get an opinion from a sad man right here. Angol Logusa, please, give me your thoughts about this game.
Sure.
Spare no details.
Okay.
From every emotion.
Can I rant?
Yes.
Like,
please.
Go ahead, my boy.
Can I rant?
Yeah.
Okay, so because everyone's been hitting me up like, are you still Ollie in?
Yeah.
Like, because I've been the avid Ollie in guy.
Yeah.
So to answer that question, yes, I'm still Ollie in, but yeah.
Tide's turning.
So United's been off form a little bit. United played against Atalanta during the week, and Ollie even came out and said, like, we're playing 4-2-4. And, our wingers don't defend, and Vele Atalanta scored 2 goals. We had to come back from it. Anyway, in this game against Liverpool, Liverpool's what? Top 3?
Top 2.
In the world, no? I'm saying in the world. Like
Yeah.
best clubs right now in the world.
I think we could argue
Top
that.
3. So we can argue top 3.
We can argue top 3. He goes and plays 4-2-4 against them with wingers that don't defend.
Yeah.
So this is... I'm not even blaming Fred today. I'm Fred's hater, no?
Yeah.
Or whatever. But Fred and McTominay in midfield alone, no support, nothing. Against the Liverpool where Firmino drops in. Hey, we got taken to the cleaners, fam. You're... Next.
Yeah, I'm even laughing. You know, I was watching that game.
That's the worst I've ever seen my team play. That's the worst match I've ever watched from United.
Maguire
ever.
looked like a deer stuck in headlights. Like whenever the ball was close to him, next thing is behind him and they're conceding. I see why Ronaldo was out here busy looking at Luke Shaw on Monday training, saying, "Why are you eating that tiramisu cake, my boy?" Yeah, he had a shocker of a performance.
Yo.
So
You haven't earned it.
you haven't earned it. So, because you know what I'm saying, man, when I look at the Liverpool goals, they were all simple goals. None of them were.
Yeah.
They weren't like Salah's goal last week, a worldie.
Sure, where he's dribbling the whole back four. Nah.
It was pass. Oh, there's one defender left. And then he slotted to the left.
Right.
You know, Maguire, it's not directly his fault, but like, you know, like, yes, I don't know what's going on in that team. That was a terrible performance. Like, wow. And I wanted them to win because now Liverpool fans have got big hits. You know, and it's like, and it's one of those things of, as Lucas was saying, it's Liverpool now. You're playing 4-2-4 now against that team that's the high press. What? Who's ball carriers and that can resist pressure in the United team? Who are the ball carriers?
Maguire.
See, and now
And Shaw.
Now we're talking about defenders being ball carriers.
I thought you meant defenders.
Ball carriers in midfield that can, like a Santi Cazorla type of player that can keep.
Oh no, man, we've got Fred and McTominay. Like, I'll stick to Maguire, man.
I mean, he's saying real life, but what I'm trying to get at over here is, man, when you want to play that 4-2-4, you need to have two central midfielders that are press resistant. Where he can carry and beat the first press, and then Alexander-Arnold and Robertson are busy bombing forward, and now they have to run back.
Sure.
Because we all know Robertson is not the greatest. I mean, not Robertson.
Trent.
Trent is not the greatest of defenders.
Yeah.
That man was on the front foot the whole game.
Fam, free as a bird.
You know, because he can do whatever he wants. So, hey, that's what I feel about it. I don't know what you have to say, Potion, but hey, that was a terrible team performance.
I'll actually ask you a question just now. But my thoughts on that game, I just think you guys found Liverpool on the right day. This was a Liverpool that was going to put up that performance. Because fair to you guys, you started off well. The first shot.
Yeah, I was about to say, because Liverpool's first goal is 5 minutes into the game.
Because I was going to say, you guys started off well. You took your opportunities, you were pressing. And then Liverpool just said, nah, let's show you guys what we've got. Running rampant. I think your midfield struggled.
Keita running from deep is disgusting.
Yeah. Keita was having fun. I've always said this specifically about Manchester United teams. Until you guys get a CDM, you're going to have teams that have, great, like average to good, a midfield. Yeah. They're going to run you guys rampant.
100%.
It's going to start like that. It happened at Leicester. Yeah. At Leicester, that's the same thing that happened. They've got a decent midfield and they ran you guys rampant. And it's going to keep happening until you guys solve that problem.
Yeah.
Or until you guys find a nice pairing of the current midfield that you have now. Yeah. I don't think Fred and McTominay are the way. I think at some point you guys must realize that McTominay might not be it, from my point of view. Maybe you guys can try a Fred, Pogba, and Matic. I don't know. I don't know if you've tried it yet, but I think
he's wedded to the two. Yeah.
I think logically that's the best way to go from now. Because I don't think Fred's the problem. I think McTominay is a workhorse, yes, sharp, good for you, but it doesn't equate to anything right now. Yeah. People are going to keep blaming Fred, but yeah. And what other thing? I think Salah was just good. Salah's been good, unfortunately for you guys. And your little friends in the media there must stop trying to make excuses for Solskjaer, because I see now Gary Neville not Gary Neville. It was Paul Scholes who blamed Pogba after Pogba got the red card. Yes, Paul Scholes admitted that that's your friend Ole Gunnar has been playing crap. But Neville is the one who's still standing firm to his buddy. He's been attacked by United fans because he's saying no, it's not Ole out, it's the players. But I ask you again this question. CDM, is it a need now?
So,
Just options for tactic, from a tactic point of view.
So CDM is a need, yes. I definitely agree with you. But we could have had Wilfred Ndidi. We could have had Fabinho. We could like that. 2 in the midfield against Liverpool's 3 and Firmino that drops in. No ways. It could have been freaking Makalele in his prime.
Oh.
He can't defend 5 men. Listen, I'm not a Fred fan. But why Rashford and Greenwood don't come back behind the halfway line, even against Liverpool, is arrogant.
Yes.
Arrogant.
Yeah, I agree with you on that because who's gonna carry the ball?
Exactly. And people are giving it to Ronaldo, saying Ronaldo doesn't press. Fam, Ronaldo has never pressed.
Yeah.
Wayne Rooney, Carlos Tevez understood, hey, I have to run for this guy, but if I run for this guy, he'll do the business.
Give me goals.
Sharp. I will take it. We'll get to a Champions League. Nigga.
You want 36-year-old Ronaldo to press now?
Like now 19-year-old Greenwood doesn't have to press, doesn't have to run.
Yeah.
I'm like it's arrogant. But CDM, yes. To your question, it's a gaping hole. But our squad is good enough to cover for that. Like as in we can get through the season without it.
Yeah. You can. But like I said, I don't think you'll win the league without the CDM. And the other thing that I want to bring out, what's going on between Ole and Pogba?
Pogba told him that he's not good enough, most probably. Though.
So I don't think anything's going on between them, right? Because I think they have a good relationship, right? This could just be me looking in or whatever. But remember, Ole started his coaching career as our reserve coach. That's Pogba's time also. They've come through a long way together. But I mean, if you're Pogba and you've played next to Pirlo, you've played under Antonio Conte, and now you're here, and this guy's saying just play with a smile.
Flip. Hey man, Pogba might be a problem if Conte comes to. If Ole gets fired and Conte comes to United, Pogba might be a problem again.
Yeah.
I forgot he played under Conte. I forgot that.
Yeah. Because who was it? Not Benucci, the other one? The left? Chiellini. Remember, when he was talking about Pogba, he was like, when Pogba came to Juventus, we first played him in front of the back four, the Pirlo position. Yeah. And they were like, the guy's good. Like, he's an athlete. He's good enough to do it. But we saw this is not the position for him very quickly. And then we gave him a free role, and he devastated. So Conte would probably see that, But I'm still Oli in for this season, till the end of the season.
If not Oli, for you, who's your most desirable guy to see?
Ooh. Realistically.
Let's start with unrealistic. Just throw that name out there. Are we bringing back Sir Alex?
Oh my boy, that would be the dream, right? But okay, remember, United is at least Ferguson times whatever. But United is never really built for one player, right? Now the brilliance of Sir Alex Ferguson was he had one brilliant player. Not one brilliant player, but you can't legislate for Paul Scholes. Because Paul Scholes can make any pass. Yeah. Like Xavi even said, I used to watch that guy to look at how to control a game. Now, without that guy, there's no, I don't know. So, honestly, the first name that came to my head is Pochettino.
Interesting.
I think he'd do well for us.
The one who's failing with Messi, Neymar, and Mbappe.
Same one.
And Ramos and Gigi Wijnaldum.
Same guy.
Good luck with that.
And then, obviously, Ango Curtis, your most desirable coach is currently there.
Yo, I'm happy.
Yes.
I'm happy that
for United.
No, yes, for United.
You fucking dicks.
But objectively, if you had to choose a coach for Man United, who would you choose?
The ex-coach.
Eh?
The ex-coach gave him 2-3 years.
Ten Hag.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ex-coach gave him 2-3 years. Right off 2-3 seasons. What's done is done. United are one of the top spenders in the league, as it is already. There's no point in throwing more money into it. This is not the City money. And with Newcastle coming up, you're going to try and compete for transfers with Newcastle. Newcastle, Man United bid for Mbappe. They'll just come on the side. We'll top it by 10.
Yeah.
They'll give you an extra 10 in your salary. So you got to go build with a manager who knows how to mix youth with experience very well. Tadic went there and played for Ajax. There's a couple of other older players there, and then the young players that came through. So he knows how to mix the mixture of youth and experience very well. And with the young youthful players that are good that they have in Rashford, Greenwood.
Rashford is a timer now, bro.
But he's still 24.
But he's a timer.
Yeah,
it's a shame. Like, in terms of footballers, if your name has been going around for long enough, you start getting treated like a timer. It happens with everyone. I'm trying to think of someone else besides Rashford. But Rashford, you think Rashford is a 27, 28-year-old right now. But he's 24. And even you guys, at some point, you're like, something's got to give.
No. I think he's been good.
No, but by something's got to give, I mean, right now he should be where Mbappe kind of is. If you get me. Rashford.
Where Mbappe is.
Rashford.
No, but Mbappe.
Let's not act like
There was a time United fans said that Rashford was better, man.
But Mbappe is better than Rashford. Can we first establish that?
Yes. That's why I'm saying, why are we putting them on like Mbappe?
But you do realize there were comparisons not so long ago from your guys. Remember that speech that Rio Ferdinand gave, where he said, "Take out the contract, whatever, give him as much money as he wants." About Ole. When you guys beat PSG.
Yeah. Look, so I remember seeing those comparisons. They were very premature. Remember, Mbappe has been considered this guy even before he made his debut.
Yeah.
Rashford was always considered good, but his debut made him look better.
Yes.
Now, good player, great player, 20 goals a season from the left wing. You can't ask for more.
Yeah.
You can't ask for more.
All right, so you've lowered your expectations for Ashford.
No, well, I never compared him to Mbappe, but yeah, United fans should.
Okay, no, I just actually wanted to hear that because I'd always thought that many United fans thought, Rashford he pissed gold and stuff like that. But yeah,
which makes to note they were saying that maybe Rashford should stop looking out for his humanitarian causes and concentrate on football.
Why?
Guess who said that?
As soon as.
No.
It wasn't.
His own manager.
It was misquoted.
Or was he misquoted?
Remember, Rashford's coming back from injury.
Yeah.
So he said it's time for Rashford to focus on his football. He's coming back from injury. That's all he meant.
Oh.
So he even said it now in the lead up to the other game. It's like you guys take small things and you blow it up as if I say it like that. All I meant is he's coming back. He can focus on his football and get into the team.
Oh, shame.
Yeah.
That's not. That's
Okay,
not.
the name that's unfair. Because they were saying that maybe just, take it back a bit. You're not concentrating on football too much.
No, because I think it was Rashford's team, or the PR or media team, that came out and said, "Hey, listen, we love this, bruh, but that was an unnecessary comment." So, but this...
Yeah, and the way everything comes out of United these days, like under Ferguson, niggas didn't say nothing to no one, boy. David Beckham got a boot in the face, still came out on some, I tripped.
But you must remember, this is the age of social media, bro. The age of social media. This is why I don't like when the pundits come out and try to trash these guys, It's the age of social media. We know so much about those guys. I mean, some of the players back then were enigmas, bro.
True.
Yeah, like imagine if we followed Thierry Henry around and then we start to see weird things about him. Like,
dog, that nigga used to wear his socks above his knees. I'm sure that guy did weird things off the pitch, dog.
That's what I say. Like, we had a lot of enigmas. Even your Cantonas were just, those guys filled with mystery.
Remember how we get Cantona? It's because he was causing shit at Leeds.
Oh, yes.
They call. I think the story is the Leeds manager calls Ferguson to say, "Can we get Lee Sharp or something is like, not a chance. What about Cantona?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Deal done.
I didn't know that, but yeah, that's interesting news. But I think we've spent enough time on Man United. Random disses might come out during the podcast, but I think let's maybe move on to other games. We've touched on the Man United game. I think let's start with the Friday game. Aston Villa went up against Arsenal. This was at the Emirates Stadium, and this game was very interesting. It went 3-1 to the Arsenal, with goals from Thomas Partey, first of his career at Arsenal, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, another, and then Emil Smith-Rowe, and a goal from Jacob Ramsey, a stunning goal in the top right corner. Let me start with Uncle Curtis, since this is your team. Any thoughts about that? Any small bits you picked up?
I love the third goal.
Yeah.
The third goal is typical Arsenal. It was 3 passes, Smith-Rowe on goal, running down.
Yeah.
It wasn't that, let's pass from side to side, waiting for the opening. Remember I said, that's not Arsenal's DNA.
Yeah.
It's not that side to side. We get at you, we direct 1-2 passes, we at your defense. What you going to do about it now? Right? So I love the third goal. Glad that Partey scored. The second goal, how did it come? It was a penalty. That was hard work by Lacazette over here, deciding to quick reactions, should I say, not even hard work, quick reactions to that. So it was a good team performance. Screw that guy Martinez, because he can never keep Arsenal out of his mouth ever since he joined them last season. Because I remember when they did the double loss over us last season. All of a sudden, Ollie Watkins deserves a start in an Arsenal team. I don't remember one shot on goal for Ollie Watkins. Not one. Not one. That guy has a goal scoring record against Arsenal like Neil Miller against Arsenal. It's like 1 game, 1 goal. Let's be serious now. Like, he's a decent player, but he's not Arsenal quality level yet, if ever, because he's still 26 now, whatever age is. What else was in that team? But either way, I'm still impressed with the Aston Villa side. They have a couple of decent players in there. Martinez conceded 3, but he still had a blind over game. Saved the penalty. Got him on the rebound because he got 10 FPL points. What else happened? That Jacob Ramsey had a good goal. But yeah, man, we were all over Villa in that game. We were all over them. So I'm happy after that disastrous, after we scored the first goal against Crystal Palace on Monday. We didn't play up until Lacazette and the other player came on, where we just didn't take the team on because we were doing what? Passing from side to side, waiting for the team to make a mistake. Arsenal forces the team to make a mistake. Yeah. And that's what I love to see in football.
All right. Uncle Lukusa, your thoughts on that game?
Yeah, I think to Uncle Curtis's point, good performance by Arsenal. Like he says, that third goal, sort of classic Arsenal. So put it this way: football's about spaces, right?
Yeah.
The more you can get into space, the better it is, right? So Arsenal plays the ball forward quickly because there's more likely to be spaces, right? Liverpool presses you because once they press you in the wrong space, they take the ball, they're in the right position, that kind of thing. But from an Arsenal perspective, I think now you can say the start of the season is the door closed now.
Yeah.
Right? Those first 3 losses or whatever, it's a good performance. Looking good. Obviously, Smith-Rowe out wide, that's where he should be for now.
Yeah.
Probably can evolve into, but don't play him in the center for now. He'll cost you points. He looks good out there. Team's looking good. Partey is there. The philosophy is there. I'm sure Gabriel and Ben White at the back, right? Yeah. That's the physicality. That's what he wants. As long as it's strong here, we can beat you there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, indeed. My thoughts on this game actually, because last week we decided to just start with Thomas Partey against Crystal Palace.
Sure.
Yeah. So at first, I thought, no, this is a good way to see if Thomas Partey can handle, that the center mid CDM role on his own, because it was just him and then the 3 attackers.
Sure.
No, yeah. Well, three midfielders in front and Aubameyang in the leading the attack. So Thomas Partey struggled a lot like last week. Then they brought Lokonga on. Lokonga just walked into a mess and they struggled. But the one thing that I appreciated about Lokonga, he came out and he said, listen, for me, I understand I had a bad game. But
Last week?
Yes. I had a bad game.
Monday, whatever.
Yeah. I had a bad game, but I want to come back and I want to prove myself. I'm ready to fight. And I'm assuming the coach listened to him because I think him and Thomas Partey played well. Thomas Partey had free roam now. He was trying to attack for goal, going into the box more. So good for them. Obviously, defense-wise, Tomiyasu was, decent as always. But this time,
signing, eh?
yeah, this time Nuno Tavares, I found, he slipped in nicely, considering that would be Tyranny's position. Slipped in like nothing was wrong. It looked like that was our backline from, weeks in and weeks out. So yeah, I'll commend the defense, even though we did concede one.
You know what I like about our two fullbacks? They can play cross-field balls with either foot.
Yes.
It might seem small, but when you're in a
No, it's a
small
big
position, stuck in a position, and all of a sudden there's no easy pass, but there's a long pass on the other side of the field.
Funny
where you're
enough,
free.
that's my
That
biggest.
opens the game.
That's my biggest problem with Tyranny.
He's 2-1 for you.
Yes, because there's been many times where he'll be running, and then he gets stopped, and then his instinct is just to pass the ball back because he can't lay it off with his right foot. I think he needs to be a little bit more confident. I don't know how that's going to work, but he is good. He's a great player, but that's just the one element lacking in his game. Maybe Nuno Tavares, I could probably say from a defensive point of view, maybe he might be lacking.
He made a couple of mistakes. In the
He
first
did
half.
make, there's a couple of those mistakes, but I think overall he had a decent performance. Ramsdale, as always, for me, kept it real.
More love for the coach?
Eh?
It's slight love. I need more consistent performances.
Yeah.
Because our other world-class centre-back there at Marseille, keeping out the boy Mbappe. Mbappe has never scored against that young man.
That's also another
So if
question.
he does come back next season and it's 3 good young centre-backs fighting for that position, I don't mind at all.
That's also
No
another
more Rob
question I
Holding
have.
stepping into the team. It's Saliba.
That's also another question I have for you guys. I'll lay it to you first, then I'll present it to Uncle Curtis. Considering the fact that he does have Saliba, what do you think Arteta will do with this?
You're saying next season?
Yes. Not even next season. We never know. Like,
Look. As time goes, obviously the results are one thing, but I actually agree with a lot of the decisions Arteta's making. Because Saliba, what's he, 22? He would have been making mistakes in the Premier League. He would have gotten burned.
yeah.
Go make your mistakes in France. Go play 38 games, and you can have 20 great ones and
Yeah.
whatever, and then you can build yourself up. So I think it's a good decision. I think in the Premier League, Lukaku would have shown him. Somebody would have shown him. He would have had good games, yes.
Yeah.
But they would have turned on him.
Okay.
He needs to.
So basically, the one wrong game he'd be slaughtered
Yeah,
for it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And it's 22 to be a leading centre back in the Premier League. I think it's okay. Learn your game. Ben White and Gabriel is not bad.
Yeah.
He might come next season and still bench for them. You know what I mean?
If he comes back and fights for a position, I do not mind.
Yes.
That's what I like it, because then it's a third quality centre back. Especially if we can get back into Europe, then he will get a decent amount of games.
He used to fight me for holding.
Nigga, I will
And
fight.
Chambers.
That's the thing, man. I'm not saying there were. Obviously, Saliba was the better player. I was never saying Holding was the better player.
Yeah.
But for guys who can just come in and fill in a role and come out the team, I don't mind.
Yeah.
We can't have 4. We are not Manchester City. There's not 2 world-class players in every position.
Truth.
We don't have that kind of money.
Truth.
So that's why I say I don't mind at all.
And then I think we're going to wrap up here. But one more question concerning Marseille, since we've got 2 players there.
2.
Yes. So,
Didn't you sell him? Is he still on loan?
yes, he's on loan.
Oh.
If you were Teta, would you keep or sell him?
Guendouzi, I'd keep him all day. All day.
It's out of our hands.
All
Alright.
day.
They have an obligation to buy in the contract.
Okay. So but what would you say?
I'll keep him, man. He's a good young player. He just needs to get his head right in certain things. But I get why Arteta is like, hey, you didn't apologize. You gotta go.
Yeah.
But we'll see if Marseille want him at the end of the season.
All right.
Because, hey, it's better than the other option. Guendouzi.
Al Neni.
Conga.
Walk like an Egyptian, dog.
Al Neni. But they say Al Neni has good vibes, so.
You know what I wish for right now? What I wish for right now, before we hit the break over there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that African Cup of Nations. Ballon d'Or nominee there, Mo Salah, to prove himself. He must go and win the African Champions League there.
Yes.
Or
The AFCON.
The AFCON.
If he wins...
If you're not, I don't know what you calling him for Ballon d'Or.
Yeah, if he wins it, he'll silence everyone. But it's Africa, my friend.
And
Africa's
it's Egypt.
tough.
And he plays for Egypt.
Yep, Africa's tough. Egypt, as much as they claim they dominate.
I don't care about Ballon d'Or. They will have no Mane, no Salah.
Oh.
No, that team looks different without those players.
You want a Senegal Egypt final, huh? Yeah.
That team looks different, man.
All right. But yeah, I think we've wrapped up there. Most of the stuff we can start talking about in part 2. But thank you guys for joining us. Then we'll see in part 2. And don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. If you're on Anchor and Spotify, obviously you can see the length that there's still much to go. And if you're on YouTube, please click what? It'll normally be top right or left. I don't know if it's there or there for the next video. But other than that, guys, cheers. See you in the next part.